So as you can tell by my bare face and this floppy costume, today we're going to do a makeup transformation inspired by Maleficent herself. This is going to be a two-parter makeup where I do the newer Maleficent, Miss Angelina Jolie, the goddess with the amazing cheekbones, and then I'm going to do half of my face, transforming into the old Maleficent from the Disney animation cartoon, where she has more gray skin like cement and yellow eyes. So let's see if we could do this makeup and get started. Putting my hair up in a simple bun and getting my bangs out of the way with a bobby pin. I'm just going to prime my face with some makeup primer and then correct my under eye circles with a orange concealer corrector. Getting a guacamole toned green concealer to correct all the redness on my face and blending all that out with a baby tiny beauty blender. This is just going to give a canvas to put some foundation on to hopefully hide my under eye bags and all of my acne. I'm getting one of my all-time favorite foundations, the CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1 Stay Fabulous Foundation. I feel like I've used this so many times, but it's one of my absolute favorite drugstore foundations. As always, make sure that you put the foundation not only on your face, but on your neck, because you do not want a mask of caked, weird, fake skin. I feel like foundation is like turning your skin into a Barbie. Slightly Barbie. Then using my favorite full coverage concealer that's a skin tone color on the under eyes, the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and on my chin and around my nose, just areas that you want to conceal any imperfections while blending that out with a beauty blender again. Sometimes I do multiple layers of concealer and it's a little excessive, but I really do not want the hollowness and dark circles under my eyes that are usually there. That make me look like a nerdy owl sometimes, like that Tootsie Roll Pop little owl, because I wear glasses when I'm not filming most of the time. Anyways, I'm setting that with some translucent powder. Dipping translucent powder with that beauty blender really sets it well, but just don't cake it too much in my opinion. Now that you have a great foundation base and your face is semi-caked like a donut, we are going to get a cream contour color. You want something that's not quite the color of poop, but not quite like ashy gray powder. Somewhere in the middle that gives a more natural shadow, but I am using a very dark contour than I usually do, because as we know, Maleficent has cheekbones higher to the heavens, and as you can see, I'm also contouring on my chin because Angelina Jolie's chin isn't as pointed as mine. Contouring my nose as well while I'm at it, and the corners of my eyes, oddly enough. I'm also contouring the sides of my head because I got a big round tomato head compared to Miss Angelina Jolie herself. Getting a very light concealer, one of the lightest concealers I could find, and really carving out that cheekbone, making her cheekbones look like they are protruding from her face. Angelina Jolie is gorgeous and she could get away with it. You just want to blend out that concealer from the solid line of the cheekbone into your under eye area. You do on the bottom of your chin as well. And on the bridge of your nose. Maleficent, when she plays Angelina Jolie, she has a lot thinner nose than I do. Concealing my under eyes and a little bit near my forehead and blending that out as well. Doing a little bit of a laugh line and chiseling the contour of the sides of my face under my cheekbones too again. And oh, if you thought we were done with the contouring and highlighting there, no, you are wrong. We are highlighting our cheeks more, making sure they are more prominent than Kylie Jenner's lip line. And I'm getting this weird orange tone corrector from this cream palette I have and putting it on my brow bone, oddly enough, because I am contouring my cheeks even more. I feel like the contour needed to be dragged closer to my mouth and powder down. Getting even more contour powder. This should be 100 layers of contour, I swear. How many times do I say contour? But I'm using my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette and a very straight contour brush. What I mean, it has a chiseled end so you can really define her cheekbones. I love Kat Von D's Shade and Light palette for contour because it has great cool tones that look more natural. Then I'm using a natural highlighter on parts of her face that would be highlighted, like her cheekbones, on the cupid's bow, and a little bit on my forehead where I usually do my beauty makeup highlight. This is, I think, the Laura Mercier 01 natural highlighter. Now it's time to draw them eyebrows. You want a dark brown brow pencil, nothing that's quite black, but not too light of a brown or blonde. I'm using my Tarte Amazonian Clay brow pencil because it's one of my all-time favorites. Matches my natural hair color, and it's great for Angelina Jolie's eyebrows as well. I love using the pencil because it defines the brows, and you could do brow hairs, like the motion of brow hairs to make it look the most natural, like real actual hairs you grew out of your head and not just drew on your face like I usually do. Her brows are kind of arched, and they're very similar to mine, but they have a little bit more pointed arch at the top of it than mine do. And they're a little bit more thicker than mine, but you just want to look at reference pictures for this part of the makeup and mostly the entire makeup to get it on point. And getting an eyeshadow primer to prep our eyes for some lovely shadows. Now it's time to bust out my trusty Sephora Overcast Filter palettes. I love this palette for celebrity makeup transformations that are mostly females with smoky eyeshadow looks, which is a lot of females in the Hollywood industry. I'm getting the color Rocky, which is a matte gray eyeshadow, and patting that on my entire lid. Not too high up, but where your lid naturally creases and folds into your eye socket to your upper lash line. And blending that out at the top into that tangerine brow bone color, and using a pencil brush with the same color for my bottom lash line. Getting the matte black eyeshadow from this makeup palette, which is called Black Lace, and shadowing out the top upper corner of your eye. Making sure it's not blended terribly so it'll look like just black specks weirdly on that area of your eye. Getting a black kohl pencil eyeliner and coloring in that bottom lash line. I always get awkward feelings when I have to color that part of my eye that does not feel natural whatsoever. But getting the matte black eyeshadow and trying to blend it nicely so it's not just like cream black lines on a weird part of your under eye bottom lash line and then shadow. Now once that black shadow is blended nicely into your eye, we are going to prep our eyes for some false eyelashes. Curling your natural eyelashes first, then getting some very thick fancy false eyelashes with some glue and pasting that on an awkward area that's really hard to pinpoint on your eyelid. You want an eyelash that's very thick and fluttery. This is when you want to go big or go home with some very thick fluttery eyelashes that are totally fake. And pasting them near your eyeballs. Once those lashes are glued on, I'm going to get my Tarte in collaboration with Graveyard Girl Bunny Swamp Family Red Lipstick because it's one of my all-time favorite, most beautiful red lipsticks that's extremely vibrant and gorgeous. And then I'm going to top it off with a very clear, shiny gloss by Pat McGrath, but honestly, any gloss will do. You want the red to look so vibrant like you just used actual human blood from her victims, because Maleficent's evil. And I'm just chiseling out and making sure that contour is perfect still. Now moving on to some aqua black paint. I'm going to paint on a necklace because Maleficent has this black collar on her neck and I didn't actually have one of those, so I decided to just paint it on my neck instead of buying something. It might sound like a cheap route, but you don't have to fit your neck for anything and it looked cool. As long as you have semi-clean edges and it looks pigmented enough. And now it's time to put on Maleficent's famous horns. This headpiece came with my costume, and I think it just sets the tone. I honestly do look like a witch. And you can stop there, but I'm going to get some green contacts to insert into my actual eyeballs. Because Angelina Jolie, who plays Maleficent in the newest movie, she has green eyes. And I wish I had green eyes, so I'm going to put some fake ones in right now. And once you have those fake emerald green eyes in your actual face, you're completely done with this Maleficent, played by Angelina Jolie, makeup transformation. You can stick around for the second part of this, where it's gonna get a little odd and weird, but cool. Of course, Angelina Jolie was a beautiful Maleficent. I loved her storyline. But we're gonna do a little throwback to the original Maleficent from the cartoon that Disney created. Taking off my false eyelash on this side of my face for now. So I'm going to get a baby wipe and remove half of my face. That sounds creepy and odd, but I'm just taking away the makeup on half my face. That's on the side of my face where my dominant painting hand paints on. You want to make sure you do an even line straight down your face of removing this makeup because we're going to get some gray foundation. Yes, gray foundation. I made this using a gray tone cream paint mixed with my actual foundation. And with the foundation brush, I'm just painting that on my face. Now I'm getting a dark gray cream paint to contour the side of Maleficent's face as the cartoon version because even though she looks like a gargoyle, she needs a contour too, to match that other side that's so extremely dramatic. Then getting some purple cream paint and painting that on my eyelid and over my eyebrow. Now I'm getting a black liquid liner to paint on her dramatic, giant, angled, very menacing looking eyebrow. Getting that liquid liner and doing a winged cat eye on the upper eyelid. It's going to be semi-dramatic. And moving on to finish off that angled eyebrow, I'm actually going to use black aqua paint because it's more opaque. It just worked better for the eyebrow and was a lot more pigmented than the liquid eyeliner. And it gives me more control to make this really sharp, like Maleficent's about to cut someone with her eyebrows, because that's what it looks like sometimes. Doing a defined weird line in her eyelid crease. And putting some more pigmented purple under the eyebrow, just to make her eyes pop and look close to the original eyes from the movie. Now putting back that false eyelash that we took off earlier. Now returning to that Swamp Family Tarte Graveyard Girl red lip and painting it on that side of the face over the gray, which gives it a more muted effect, but we put some gloss on top. And we're not done there. I'm going to take out my green contact and I'm going to put in a yellow contact to match that yellow creepy eye that the original cartoon Maleficent has, and putting back on my horns. And with that, we're completely done with our two-faced Maleficent makeup. One side being the most recent Maleficent played by Angelina Jolie, and the other side being the original Maleficent from the Disney cartoon. Luckily for me, this headdress was so perfect because the two Maleficent's outfits aren't that different. I wish I had the time and the patience to make giant horns that are really structured and beautiful, but I think I did a great job with what I had, and this was such a beautiful makeup and I was so happy with how it turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed as well, but now it is sadly time for me to take off both sides of my face of the two different Maleficents and turn back into myself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. All the products I use in this video will be listed down below in the description box as always. And again, please share your makeup transformations if you recreate some from my videos that you see here on YouTube, and post it on Instagram. Tag me #CatSketch. You can subscribe for more crazy Disney villain makeup and all other types of effects makeups, especially for the holidays coming up. And I'll see you soon in another video. Bye!